10-minute sews with Ellie and Mac. Let's do it. 10-minute sews means we can sew these patterns in under 10 minutes, which is super exciting. They're super easy. So let's start with the urban leggings. We're gonna start by putting the two pant legs right sides together and sewing that crotch seam. Then we're gonna flip them and sew the inner seam, that inner crotch seam, and we're gonna sew those right sides together, those side seams of the legs. And look, they're already shaping up. How cute are these going to be? Once we go ahead and sew those up, we're gonna grab our waistband and we're gonna sew them right sides together at that short raw edge. Then we're gonna go ahead and fold our legs at the bottom to hem 1/2 inch seam hem allowance. Once we get that prepped, we're gonna go ahead and quarter our pants or leggings by finding our sides. We already have the back and the front, and then we're gonna do the same for our waistband. We're gonna go from our back, find the front, then we're gonna match our back and our front, and we match our sides. Once we find those quarters, we're gonna go ahead and pin those quarters of our waistband with our bottoms, the same quarters that we marked on our bottoms, and we're gonna go ahead and sew them right sides together at that raw edge. What? We are done. Look at how cute they look. Wait a minute, this does not match. Let's make a top. All right, let's make the everyday tee. We're gonna grab the back pieces and put them right sides together at that back raw edge, and we're gonna go ahead and sew. I'm using my serger, but for all these things, you can also use a stretch stitch on your sewing machine. Now we're gonna go ahead and hem before we sew our sides together because it makes it a whole lot easier. While I was steaming that hem, I also steamed my neckband and gave it a memory fold because it makes things a lot easier too. Once that back is sewn together and those bottoms are hemmed, we're gonna go ahead and sew our shoulders together. After you sew your shoulders together, you can go ahead and hem your sleeves, the bottom of your sleeve. That makes things easier too, but you know, I'm stubborn, so I just went ahead and sewed the sides together at the same time, and I'll come back and hem later. It might be a little bit more difficult, but you know what? I like a challenge. I'm also gonna grab my neckband and fold it right sides together and sew that short raw edge while I'm at it. Now I'm also going to go ahead and fold my sleeves 1/2 inch seam allowance and hem them. And we're gonna go ahead and grab our neckband and work on that. We have our back already. We're gonna quarter, find our front, and then we're gonna go with our front and back and find our sides. We're gonna fold our neckband wrong sides together where we did that memory fold earlier, like I told you. Then we're gonna grab our front and back and quarter, and then our sides. Then we're gonna match up our quarter points to our bodice right sides together. So now we're just gonna go ahead and sew that up and hem our sleeves while we're at it. Y'all, how quick was that? We are done. This looks super cute. I've got a couple minutes. Let's sew a scrunchie. All right, so right sides together at that fabric. We're gonna sew it together, leaving 1 inch at the beginning, 1 inch at the end, where we're going to fold our fabric together and sew it in the next couple steps. Now we're gonna go ahead and turn the fabric right side out, and we're gonna grab those edges that I told you to leave unsewn, and we're gonna fold them, we're gonna place them right sides together and sew that raw edge. How cute is this fabric? I'm obsessed. Once that's sewn, we're gonna just tuck it in. We're gonna grab our elastic and use it's not a bobby pin, that's a, what kind of pin is that? That is a pin, some kind of pin, clothespin, whatever. Anyway, whatever pin you want to use. And then we're going to grab our elastics and zigzag stitch them, sew them together. Then we're going to tuck our seam allowance and top stitch it, and we're done. How cute did this turn out? I'm ready to go running after I change my shoes. Go subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!